Welcome to Dr. Martin Music Beyond Time, where we explore the extraordinary lives of the greatest musicians in history. Today, we dive into the fascinating life story of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, one of the most brilliant composers the world has ever known. Beyond the fame and the symphonies, Mozart's life was filled with surprising events, strange habits, and remarkable genius from an incredibly young age. Mozart was born on January 27, 1756, in Salzburg, Austria, into a musical family. His father, Leopold Mozart, was a respected composer and violinist who immediately recognized his son's exceptional talent. By the age of 5, Mozart had already composed several pieces of music, and he gave public performances that amazed audiences. What many don't know is that his earliest compositions were written down by his father because young Mozart couldn't yet write properly. One curious fact is that Mozart had an extraordinary memory for music. He could hear a piece once and play it back almost perfectly. When he was just 14 years old, he visited the Sistine Chapel in Rome and heard Allegri's Miserere, a piece forbidden to be copied. Mozart wrote it down entirely from memory after only one hearing, an astonishing feat that brought him fame and attention from the Vatican itself. Despite his prodigious talent, Mozart had a playful and often childish personality. He enjoyed wordplay, silly jokes, and even wrote humorous letters filled with nonsense rhymes and invented words. Some of these letters survive today and show a different, more human side of the genius, one filled with laughter, affection, and a touch of mischief. Mozart traveled extensively through Europe as a child and teenager, performing in royal courts and meeting important figures like Marie Antoinette. According to a popular story, when he was only 6 years old, he slipped on a polished floor at the palace and was helped up by the young Archduchess. In a cheeky gesture, Mozart is said to have proposed marriage to her. Though he achieved fame early, Mozart often struggled financially. He was not as wealthy as many believe and often found himself in debt. He lived during a time when composers relied on patrons, but Mozart chose artistic freedom over security, which sometimes led to economic hardship. Curiously, he also enjoyed luxury and fine clothing, habits that didn't help his finances. Mozart had an unusual daily routine. He often composed late into the night and slept very little. He claimed he composed best while playing billiards or while taking long walks. He would sometimes write full compositions in his head before ever touching paper. This rare mental clarity allowed him to complete complex works in shockingly little time. He married Constanze Weber in 1782 against his father's wishes. Their relationship was loving but marked by difficulties, including the death of several of their children. Still, Constanze supported Mozart's career, managed their household, and even worked to preserve his legacy after his death. One of the most mysterious aspects of Mozart's life was his untimely death at just 35 years old in 1791. For years, rumors suggested he was poisoned, possibly by a rival composer. However, modern historians believe he likely died of natural causes, such as a severe infection. The exact cause remains debated to this day, adding to the legend of his life. Interestingly, Mozart was buried in a common grave in Vienna, not because he was poor or unrecognized, but because that was the standard burial practice at the time. His grave's location was lost, and to this day, we don't know precisely where he rests, adding a layer of mystery to his story. If you enjoyed this video, I invite you to watch our biography of Ludwig van Beethoven, another titan of classical music whose life was both dramatic and deeply inspiring. You'll find the link to that video in the comments below. Don't miss it. His story is filled with power, struggle, and unforgettable music. Thank you for watching Dr. Martin Music Beyond Time. We hope you discovered new and curious facts about Mozart's life that you hadn't heard before. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment with your favorite Mozart fact, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating musical journeys. Until next time.